On this rainy Sunday afternoon in my land, we'll answer the age-old question, which is better, Saint-Viateur bagel or Fairmount bagel? This is Battle of Bagels.
Fairmount was established in 1919. Meanwhile, Saint-Viateur only appeared in 1957, 38 years later, making Fairmount the true OBG. 1 point to Fairmount. Saint-Viateur pumps out 12,000 bagels a day, but Fairmount refuses to disclose their production numbers. This leads us to believe that Fairmount doesn't have the sheer willpower to produce more bagels than Saint-Viateur. 1 point to Saint-Viateur. Both bagel shops started off from humble beginnings. Fairmount was founded by a poor Russian immigrant, and Saint-Viateur was founded by a Polish Jewish Holocaust survivor, making it the object of an immigrant's success. 1 point goes to Saint-Viateur for starting at a lower point.
Let's ask a stranger's opinion about this. Sir, which do you think is better, Fairmount bagels or Saint-Viateur bagel? Fairmount bagel.
You know what? That guy seems pretty cool. 1 point to Fairmount. Well, the points have been attributed, and both Saint-Viateur and Fairmount are at 2 points. Time for a taste test to break the tie.
Today we're going to meet Bartholomew Garcias.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
I'm so glad to be here in Montreal, my land, the home of Mordecai Rickler, to talk about bagels. The first bagel was really good. The first thing I noticed right when I bit into it was a slight taste of peach, as well as earthy undertones and a little bit of honey, which likely comes from the honey water technique they use here in Montreal to make bagels. Another thing I noticed was the smoky aftertaste, which most likely comes from the wood-burning furnaces that burn at around 377 to 378 degrees Fahrenheit to give it that nice smoky aftertaste. Another thing about these bagels that is very high quality are these Indonesian sesame seeds, which really give it an exotic taste, at least to a trained mouth like mine. The first bagel gets a score of 8.2 out of 10. So the second bagel was also extremely high quality. The first thing I noticed was that light, airy dough, which you can see here from the holes, which gives it a nice, light, fresh feel in the mouth. The second thing I noticed was the quantity of sesame seeds, which are clearly much higher than the other bagel. However, these ones are sourced from Malaysia and don't taste quite as good, though that doesn't detract too much from the bagel experience. The last thing I noticed was the oak resonating in the dough. This is likely due to the fact that they still use a wooden spoon to make the dough to this day. It really gives it a nice, authentic feel. For the second bagel, I give it an overall score of 8.3 out of 10. This has been Bartholomew Garcias in Montreal, tasting bagels. So, apparently I'm gonna get to try a mystery bagel. Not quite sure where this is from, but we're gonna see how high quality it is. Alright, let's give it a shot.